Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 8, For Whom the Wedding Bells Tolls. So yeah, we're just gonna get on into it. This is episode like here in the mid-season that we're finally been waiting for, because a lot of questions and a lot of stuff finally went down. And it went down big in this episode. So before we get into the juicy parts of this episode, so let's just start with the boring couples. We're going to start with Lauren and Faith. So Lauren and Faith, as we all know, like Faith put him in the friend zone because of what was revealed and everything. They're going on a trip now to meet Faith's parents and Faith's family and everything. Prior to the trip, they're like traveling in this nice little city in the Philippines, getting on the beach and everything and whatnot. Faith, as we know, is a trans girl, and she says she's not taking any hormones yet or anything, and is like she wants to, but it's too expensive. Lauren made a interesting comment about like he's about something with her intimate life, that he's like always on the bottom or whatever and everything. And I was just like, okay. And then like he said something about Faye's like you know private area and everything, and he had mentioned that Faith that he prefers a lady what than a man what. And I'm just like, okay, one, why are we talking about this? And two, what's the difference? She's a trans woman, and, and I don't know. But anyway, like, she was just like, I'm introducing you as my best friend for right now and everything. But so they decided to go to to this like private island, to the beach and stuff, and just like have fun and everything. Then like Lauren tried to ask if he could kiss Faith, and she was just like, slow your roll, basically, back up, know your rules. You got some rules now. You have to earn back my trust and everything and everything. In the city where they're staying at in the Philippines, Faith originally had gotten one room, but since after she found out about everything, she decided, hey, like I'm gonna get him an extra room, because like she really still doesn't want to really be close to him, and I don't blame her for what he's got going on and stuff and everything. So like I don't know, but they seem to be getting along. I'm really surprised that she forgave him with that. So I'm really surprised. So yeah, that was Lauren and Faith. Next couple on the talk is Brian and Ingrid. So Brian and Ingrid. So last week when we left off, Brian and Ingrid were about to be intimate, but Brian didn't have any protection, and then he wanted to engage in something else, and Ingrid said, we ain't doing that. And then Brian got mad and flipped out and left. So in this episode, we seen Brian talk to his sister on video chat, and he explained what happened the night before, and the sister told him like, don't be like that. Basically women women don't really it's easy if it was the other way around. It's easy for a man to go into that, but women don't really like it like that. You have to get to know them a lot better first and everything. And he was like, you know what, you're right, and I shouldn't have acted the way I did. But Brian is still under the impression that Ingrid is not into him because he's in a wheelchair. It has nothing to do with that. We've seen Brian and Ingrid meet up to talk about it and everything, and he feels like Ingrid is rejecting him because of that. Ingrid made it pretty clear that it has nothing to do with that. Ingrid said when they met up that oral is more intimate to her than just a casual sex, because it just it just feels more intimate to her, and she's just not like really ready for that. And she even explained to Brian that, you know what, like, if you didn't have a condom, that's okay. We could just wait it, just like wait a day or two. Like, you know, it wasn't really that much of a big deal because, like, we could have gone to the store. We could have just done it tomorrow or something, like, but he was just, she said that he was just so eager right then and there. And I'm just like, and I agree with her. He could have just waited. Like, she was gonna give herself to him and everything, and like he didn't need to be so eager about it and everything. So they started talking, and they kind of made up basically, and I guess they're going to be going on another trip. Brian said it's been like in the high 90s and down in Brazil and everything, but he's cool with this. So they're going to be going on another trip, and after they made up, Ingrid actually leaked over and kissed them and prepared for this trip, and they're off to prepare for a new trip and stuff. I'm glad they made up, but last week it didn't look good for Brian. It didn't look good. It really didn't look good for Brian, in my opinion. So that was that. So that was Brian and Ingrid. Next couple I want to talk is Tiger Lily and Adnan. Keep them really brief. They're not my favorite couple. Luckily they only had one scene in this episode. The Tiger Lily is going back to America now after spending a week with Adnan. This whole week just felt like too much for us, which kind of it was. And I'm not a fan of them. I'm just not. Now they had their they said their goodbyes. It was kind of emotional, you know, and everything. And the glam squad was just like, we have fun. It had its ups and downs, but we have fun on this trip and everything and whatnot. And yeah, just Adnan treat her right, basically. And that was just basically it. It was just an emotional goodbye for them and everything. So that's basically all there was with Tiger Lily and Adnan. Again, they're not my favorite couple. Sorry if that offends anybody who loves them. I'm just not a fan of neither one of them. So, but that was Tiger Lily and Adnan. Next couple on the talk is Vanya and Bojo. So Vanya is on her way to Croatia to meet Bojo. And we seen last week when she left for the airport and she tried calling and he didn't answer. This episode, it starts off with Vanya like at the airport and had to like switch a flight or something, and had to go to like another gate on the far other side of the airport, and I think she like might have missed it and everything, and she's running over in high heels and stuff and whatever. Kind of weird, but okay, it happens, I guess. But we met Bojo in this episode. So Bojo is a Croatian basketball player and everything. He said he plays semi-pro. Now, so semi-pro, like semi-pro is like the NBA G League or something. Like, it's not fully pro, but it's just something basically. So he's not really making millions like a actual NBA player is, basically. He lives with his mom. He had mentioned that he he likes to tell a lot of jokes, but unlike Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, and a few others, he lives with his mother. And his mother is like really Catholic. They're praying all the time, which is amazing and stuff. But he said that she does not know about Vanya and everything. He didn't want to tell his mama about Vanya because like he's afraid that she'll ask a lot of questions and automatically prepare a wedding and stuff and everything. And so but he had the courage to finally basically tell her, the mom, about Vanya. So we seen Bojo tell his mom, and the mom's just like, oh, thank God, I prayed so long for this and everything. This Vanya girl, that's a beautiful name. She sounds like a good girl. Oh, thank God for this. I pray so much for this and everything. And Bojo told the story about what happened with his ex-girlfriend. He was dating this girl, and then then they broke up, then he got with Vanya, then he broke up with Vanya, got back with the girl. Now he's broken. Now that girl and him broke up. He said they broke up because of his basketball career and stuff and whatever and everything, and now he's back with Vanya. And I'm really surprised Vanya took him back after all of that, but it's okay. So we seen Bojo. He was when he was telling his mom about Vanya. He is keeping one little secret. He's not work. He's jobless. Now, like I said, with him being a basketball player and living at home, everybody when we were first introduced to him last week, everyone was just thinking, "Oh, he's a basketball player. He should have a lot of money. Why is he living at home?" Again, semi-pro in Croatia, you ain't hardly making anything. So it ain't like here. It ain't like here where semi-pro can get you something, or it can lead you to overseas and stuff and everything. So he has to tell Vanya that. But Vanya is still worried that he's going to stand her up because she haven't heard from him. But he's out doing his thing. So I'm curious to see how their interaction is going to be. And I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of a nice change of pace from Renee and Chidi and stuff and everything. So that's that. So yeah, so that was Vanya and Bojo. Next couple on the talk is my favorite couple. Niles and Matilda. Man, this was so depressing. This was very depressing. Now we see Niles and Matilda. They're enjoying. They went to the museum where the first president of Ghana museum was at, and the first president out there, he was born in the early 1900s, and he died in the 70s. So kind of for their first president, very recent compared to our first president, George Washington, in the 1700s, at least. Yeah. So, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting learning a little bit about him. I forget his name, but I was pretty intrigued by that and everything. And Niles is just trying to soak it all in with everything with Matilda and stuff and everything. And so Niles, last week I bought a ring for Matilda. He wants to propose to her, but doesn't want to get married on this trip. Yeah, smart. Yeah, real smart, buddy. So in this episode, they're hanging out and talking, and then he pulls out the ring he bought last week and proposes to Matilda. And it was a beautiful moment. She said yes. She's like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting this. Oh my God, and everything. And he's just like, well, dang, I'm glad, she said yes, but I still got to break the news to her, basically. So after that, later, they decided to go to a club. Now, with Niles being autistic, he doesn't really like sounds or clubs or anything, so he had to get these noise cancellation earbuds to help. But they went to this club. It wasn't that bad. He said there wasn't a lot of people there, which it wasn't. It didn't even look like a club. It just looked like a restaurant, really. And they ordered some food and everything. Then Niles had to finally comes clean and says that I don't think we should get married on this trip. Matilda was taken back, and she's just like, why? And he's like, basically I want to get to know you more and everything. And she's like, well, you're making me look dumb. I told my family, with my friends and everything. What am I supposed to tell them now? He was like, we're going to still get married, but just not right now and everything. And, Matilda was just so taken back. And I fully understand why. She was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. You're disgracing me. Now, what are we doing here? Basically, you promised, you said that we're going to get married on this trip. What? And now you're saying we're not. What happened? Wow, and everything. And I felt so bad for Matilda. I felt really bad. And I'm going to make a comment on that later. But, I mean, that's where we left off with that. But, now it's judging by the previews of next week, he's saying, "Oh, I tried to tell you before," and she's saying, "No, you didn't. Don't lie. No, you didn't." He kind of did, like on the first episode that we met him. He said maybe we should postpone the wedding. So it's half and half. I mean, I understand she didn't take the hint or anything, but still, like, he should have been like, and then with all this stuff that's going to be happening, like with the bride price and then the certain ceremonies that they had to go through in Ghana, like he was just like, it's going to be hard to cancel. So I'm just like, dude, like, why? Like, come on. And I'll make a more comment after I finish the last couple, but that was Niles and Matilda. And the last couple I want to talk is freaking Sunny and Vea. So, as we all know, the storyline is Vea brought her ex-boyfriend Roy to South Africa while she goes to meet Sunny. And right now, Sunny and Vea are they spent their first night together. They were not intimate or anything, but they're out on boat rides and just enjoying each other's company and like, making beds, drinking tea and everything. And they're just like having a good time. We seen Vea in the hotel, like when Sunny snuck away to go get tea. She video chatted with Rory saying, "Hey, I'm alive," basically. So far, so good and everything, but but I do have to tell him. And Rory's like, "Yeah, like he's gonna be mad, and like you're keeping a secret from him." And it's just not like you're like playing him. I would be mad too if it was just a situation. And she keeps saying, "Oh, I'm just trying to find the right time to tell him and everything, blah, blah, blah. But let me get off the phone because I don't want to see him coming in video chatting with you and stuff." And he's like, "Okay, bye." So they go back out and, they're enjoying their day, just out on the boat, just talking about how life perfect is, basically. Next thing you know, 2 hours later, Vea was texting Rory, and she was like, and so Sunny took her phone and asked who you're texting, and then took her phone and saw a picture of her and Rory on the airplane coming to South Africa. So, so, so there's the telling right then and there. He had to find out the hard way instead of Vea just telling him. So he's just like, "What the heck? You brought your ex to South Africa? Are you crazy?" And then you got Vea just running, "Oh, I just want to be with you, Sonny. We don't talk. I didn't want to come here alone and anything, but we don't talk and everything. He's just my friend and everything. I haven't talked to him much since we got here. I just want to be with you." And he's just like, "I don't care. Just go back to your ex. F off and go back to your ex. I cannot believe this." Like, so she's like begging, "I'm not leaving. I love you. I'm here for you. I came here all the way to your country to be with you. And this and that and everything." I was just like, "Girl, stop with the dramatics and everything. You brought this on yourself." So, like, I would react the same way and everything. So, they get in the car to go back to the hotel. Sunny is pissed. And, she was like, he said that, like, Vea said that she doesn't have no feelings for him. And Sunny was just like, "It's not about the feelings. It's just like, why didn't you tell me?" And she kept on saying, "Oh, I was trying to find the right moment. I was going to tell you tonight, actually. I was just trying to find the right moment and everything." And like, nothing she said is going to convince Sunny one way or the other. And again, I don't blame him. The only thing I'm mad about Sunny is it's too early to be taking her phone. I don't like it when guys like snatch their women's phones away. I don't do that to my girlfriend. So like it's just I don't like that. That's the only thing I'm mad about Sunny with. But in this situation, like it's different. So they go back to the hotel. Like she changes into pajamas. He just gets his stuff and leaves. So and that's all we've seen of that. Now, my opinion is that like between like Brian, Lauren, Niles, and Vea, us Americans, we need to do better, guys. men and women. We all need to do better. If we're gonna date internationally, we can't always be stuck in our ways. And we can't be doing this entitled American crap that we do. We got lying, begging for sex, bringing exes, like leading people on and just breaking their hearts and stuff. Like, we need to quit doing that. And this goes for, like I said, men and women, not just one or the other. We have to do better. Like, I guess, like, I don't want to be political, but, other countries be laughing at Americans. And it's stuff like this. Like, this is just not good American behavior and everything. We need, we come from America, land of the free and everything. We're free to do whatever we want. But at the same time, we also need to be respectful, and not every place in the world is going to be free like we are. And we can't be acting the way we be acting. I'm just saying. So, come on, Americans. We got to do better. We really got to do better. I don't like what I see out of Lauren. I don't like what I see out of Brian. I love Niles, but I don't like how he just did Matilda like that. And I'm not liking Vea for what she did. At least, like, I'll give Tiger Lily and Adnan this. At least, like, she's, like, really, even though I don't like them and don't agree with their culture on how they handle relationships and stuff, at least, like, with them, that they're, like, trying, and she's, like, learning and trying to find some compromises with that. So I'll give them that, and that's all I'm going to give them on that. But still, we got to do better. We got to do better. So anyway, that's my little spiel on that. And I, with Sunny and Vea, just like, what did you expect anything less? I didn't expect anything less. I hated that he had to find out that way, because, like I said, like, the only thing I'm mad about Sunny is that, like, he took her phone. It's way too early to be taking her phone like that. Like, who you texting? Give me your phone. Like I said, I don't do that to my girlfriend. So you really got to trust your partner until they give you a reason not to. And I guess that was his reason not to trust her, because I wouldn't trust her with that. Because it's just weird to me. Like, I agree. Like, why you bring your ex to another country to meet your new boyfriend? Okay, yes, you're best friends, and yes, you don't want to travel alone, but you couldn't ask anybody else, like a brother, her brother passed, like a cousin, another female best friend, like somebody, like just somebody, even if it was another guy, just like somebody, just like random, like somebody random. It had to be the ex-boyfriend, which makes it weird. And like I said, Rory has already like commented on Sonny's pictures and laughing at him and everything, and that's just not cool. Like, that's just, I think somebody is still hung up on each other, but I'm starting to think, I do think Sonny and Vea might still be together, though. I don't know, but we shall see. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. We did not see Renee and Chidi, thank God for that. I think they're only going to do like a couple more episodes, and I think they're going to be done. They're not. I guess the tell-all was just filmed, and they were not invited to the tell-all. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But anyway, guys, that is it. I'll see you guys back again tomorrow when I recap 90 Day Fiancé the other way. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. Bye, y'all.